And it's a beautiful day in the city of Lagos, Nigeria, and we are here on the road to Loma. It's time for us to take a deep dive into what's going on in the out-of-home industry in Nigeria and by extension Africa, but most importantly, get ready for an amazing event that we have called the Loma 2024. My name is Nkasiobi Chukwu, and I'm going to be your host for today. I'm not alone in the studio because there's always someone in the studio who's going to be sharing insights, giving us a deeper understanding on the topic that we're discussing, but most importantly, making it so that I'm just, not one guy just blabbing away. Anyways, is he my well of thanks. I'm going to say thank you so much, Mr. Felix, for joining us, and I would like you to please introduce yourself to the audience.
Good afternoon, people. My name is Felix, Ehikhuemen Felix. The reason why I'm here is to talk outdoor. And, I have done outdoor for the most 22 years of my life. I've been here since 2001 rather.
Oh, that's a stretch still. Yeah, but I think people want to know at least your current designation.
Okay, I am currently the managing director for Airpower Limited. It's a place-based and digital interactive out-of-home media company. The intention is to provide location-based advertising. Currently, we are the biggest owner of inventory at the airport, and the intention is to extend this in location-based places. Do this in the malls, stadiums, bus stops, and stuff like that.
Strategic location.
Strategic, place-based location advertising. Yeah, that's our forte.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. It's an absolute pleasure to be speaking with you. And the reason why that's even more resonance with me is because the topic that we're trying to even explore today has to do more in terms of the current trends that we're experiencing in the OOH space here in Nigeria. For us, even with Loma, we're feeling a bit reflective, being that we've had a year since our last event, which was our first one, and with this one being the sophomore, we're trying to look a bit more into the industry to say what are the current trends that we've noticed in terms of maybe how people are deploying campaigns, certain tactics that people are employing, or maybe it could even be a creative angle. But I want you to just maybe pick one aspect, share some insight, give us a sense of what you feel like the norm was and what has changed in recent times. That's
all right. There are a lot of ways to discuss out of home. You can talk about it within the format.
True.
You can talk about it around, innovation. So I'll take maybe one or two, and then, one of the things I can tell you very clearly about the out of home is that increasingly out of home is getting animated. Yeah. The thing about out of home is that although it's been found to be impactful, but because out of home is in your face most of the time, there's some need to add a little bit of character to it.
Some pizzazz.
Yeah. So it's the same reason why the digital, the growth of digital out of home is, so there's animation that comes with digital out of home.
Yeah.
It gives you all of that motion dimension
Dynamics and
of it. And even on static format, you're getting a lot of opportunity to also animate, because even on static formats, you're getting cutouts. So you do not have still images, you have some extension and all of that. And all of that is totally animating the out of home. Even more profoundly, out of home is even taking on some signage dimension.
Okay.
Although signages hitherto had been limited to first party meaning within the premises of the advertiser, but I'm beginning to see out of home taking on third party signage dimension. In recent time, you could I could point you to a couple of things very, very quickly. You know, in the alcoholic beverage spirit category, there's something that the Life Beer had done on the Niger Bridge.
Yes.
You know, that's clearly third party, but there's a signage dimension of it. It was both digital as well as a signage dimension of it. So it's not like a billboard trying to advertise a product or a brand. Singleton has also done that.
Yeah.
You know, and in more recent times, you know, you've also seen the Gordon Spark do that at the Allen Opebi you know, towing roundabout. So it stands up right in the middle of life. So there's a certain animation. Yes, Smirnoff, yeah. So there's a certain animation that's coming out of digital out of home, that's coming out of with out of home that's beginning to, you know, trend. You know, so it's becoming larger than life. It's, you know, out of home is no longer like a poster that's just in your face. It's taking on character. It's getting animated.
So speaking about the keywords you've used, digital, interactive, and then animated. One thing that comes to mind is sort of like the crossover between out of home and the digital space. And I mean like social media, for example. It seems like we have this new experience where people deploy out of home campaigns only to communicate them digitally as a form of content. Some of them try to employ like the semblance of like animated content that makes it look like it's like augmented reality, or you have like a 3D board that is busting out, you know, in real life or something. You know, there's this nudge that I think I've come across, and I don't think it's just me.
You know, the thing about out of home is that it's got so much extension. I mean, once technology leads, out of home just takes cue. So for the digital out of home, for instance, you know, so I was talking animation, and that was a bit conservative. You know, you've got to see animation in the digital out of home realm. It just gives you, there's a way the product just gets out of the billboard and becomes, you know, it's something that takes on the real character for social media to trend on, you know. So those are the kind of things that's driving out of home.
It reminds me of how the film people would say breaking the fourth wall. You know, like the campaigns are literally, you know,
absolutely, you
breaking
know,
the fourth wall.
So it's 3D. It's getting into the realm, the fourth dimension realm. You know, it's life. It's animated. It's all of that.
And that's interesting.
You know,
that's interesting. I mean, I feel like this is tickling my fancy on so many levels, and I can't wait for us to like dig in a little bit deeper. But before we get into that, I'd like us to just remember that it is out of home after all, and we are outside. And we are outside with the next session that we have coming up with a quick vox pop with some of our team members who hit the streets to interact with the end users of these campaigns and consumers of these campaigns, people who are essentially being hit by the messaging and formats that we're deploying, to see how it's going on the streets. We'll be right here when you guys get back.
What's up? My name is Chris. We're still inquiring about billboards from people, and I have with me here
Shola.
Hi, Shola. So, Shola, I want to ask you a few questions here. Just move a little bit closer. So, we're going to play a game, right? We're going to play a game right now. It's a very simple game. All right. So, Shola, you're going to take a look at this billboard. You're not going to say anything when you look at the billboard. I just want you to observe it. Then, after you're done observing it, I'll now ask you a question or two about it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Shola. So, take a look at this billboard here.
All right.
This very one you're seeing.
Okay, yeah, I'm saying it.
Look at it very well and observe everything that's in it.
All right. Yeah, I'm saying it.
So now, that billboard that you just took a look at, yeah?
Okay.
Can you tell me the name that you saw on that billboard?
Yes, I saw Jai's Bank. It's a bank.
It's a bank.
Yes.
Do you remember the slogan written on the bank? On that?
No.
At least you saw Jay's Bank there.
Yeah, I saw Jais Bank PLC.
Can you spell Jay's Bank?
Yes, I can do that.
Let's go.
Okay. J-I-Z. J-A-I-Z.
Okay. Jaiz.
Ah,
That's Jay's Bank.
yeah, Jais.
Interesting.
My name is Michael.
Michael.
Yeah.
Sharp guy.
You can call me M to the I to the C to the K to the E to the Y.
Yo. Alright, Michael. So I want to ask you a few questions right now, yeah? What is the most memorable billboard you've ever seen in recent times?
Well, I would say the billboard at the mall at Maryland. Yeah.
Do you think billboards are effective when it comes to marketing?
Yeah, very, very effective. At least in our environment nowadays, we see billboards everywhere. You get to know about new products, new companies, adverts, movies. It exposes you to a lot of, you understand,
Yeah.
things going on.
I like that right now, yeah. Talking about billboards now, yeah, I want us to play a quick game, yeah? So,
Yeah, bro.
so look at this stuff you're seeing here right now, yeah? Just take a look at it, just observe it very well.
Okay.
Look at everything very well because the question I'm going to ask you, you will see it coming. Yeah. So, are you done looking at it? Have you observed it?
Yeah.
All right. Now, that billboard you just looked at now, under it, there's a list of things they wrote under that billboard. What was the first thing that was written there?
Wow, that's a very big question. I never saw it coming actually.
Yeah.
I don't have
But what's the name of the brand on that billboard?
Jais Bank.
Jai's Bank.
Yeah.
Can you spell Jai's Bank?
Jaiz.
Yes.
Then Bank. Bank.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, my man, you just won yourself an airtime.
Guys are cutie.
Look at this billboard real quick. This one right here. Take a very good look at it. Just observe the people on that billboard and the title or maybe the wordings or something, yeah? So, now you can look here, Mira. You just observe that billboard closely, yeah? Can you tell me the two guest artists that you saw on that billboard?
Two-Face and Nasboy.
Two-Face and Nas Boy. Okay, and what was the title written on that billboard?
Ajabo. I remember Ajabo something.
You tried. It was Ajebo Unleashed. Thank you so much, Mira. You actually just won yourself an airtime.
Osereme.
So, Ose, what is the most memorable billboard you've seen in recent times?
In recent times, I think that would be a hair advertisement, a hair company, hair products.
Okay, do you remember the name of the company?
I'm promoting them. It was Apple hair cream.
Apple hair cream.
Yes.
Like that. A man said he saw an advert about the milk, and the girl was pouring the milk, and the girl was smiling, and that it made him smile. So you do agree that some of the adverts on billboards can actually appeal to our senses or our emotions?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, that's nice. So we're going to play a quick game here. Very simple game. Very simple game. I want you to take a look at this billboard you're seeing here. This very one you're seeing right there. Yeah? So take a look at the name of the company. Just observe what's on the billboard. Maybe the what's written on it. And when you're done, let me know. Alright, so what is written on that billboard you just saw now?
Adron Homes.
Adron Homes. Are you sure it's Adron Homes?
Yes.
What is the most dominant color theme on that billboard?
I think it was green. Green. Yeah, green. It was green.
Green or lemon?
Okay, it's still family, but green. Yeah, lemon. Lemon green.
Okay, I like that. So one more question here. Do you think that billboards are very effective when it comes to marketing nowadays?
Yes, it is. My project topic was brand communication, using slogans and taglines. So I made use of billboard also. That there are certain taglines they use or certain things they do that just appeal to the customer. It might not be their motto and vision statement they are projecting, but certain things that the billboard captures, like certain taglines. Like now, for example, Maggie, they have their main logo, their main motto, but that every woman is a star. It has a way of denoting something. A star is a concept.
Yeah.
We all know that shine. So every woman is like attributing the quality of a star to a woman. So it's like putting those features together and saying, oh, a woman can be attributed to a star.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a billboard brand ambassador. But thank you so much for your time, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. You actually won an airtime though, because you got the question right on the billboard.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
MC Berry, the one and only of Preskin Hotel in Lagos State.
MC Berry,
But
have you ever seen a billboard that had a call to action and it made you, like what they advertised on it, made you buy something or download an app?
yes.
What did you buy?
I've bought a phone because of a billboard. I've seen an Felix phone. I bought a Felix phone for my wife, and it's from the billboard I saw it. So
Sharp. Do you remember where the billboard was when you saw it?
yeah, the one on the Bakantoni Way.
I see, but I can't tell you around the Keja here.
Yeah, Keja, yeah.
Awesome. So, Isabel, we're going to play a game right now. I want you to take a very good look at this billboard that you're seeing right here. That one over there, yeah? Just observe everything about the billboard for a few seconds. Don't say anything. Can you see it very well? Are you done?
Yeah, I'm right.
All right. So, Isabel, tell us what you just saw on that billboard.
Yeah,
Without looking at it.
I saw it's a furniture company, Life Mates. They're into furniture, home furnitures, and I see a pretty lady doing an advert on the furniture billboard.
You're a phone sharp guy. Okay. Spell Life Mate.
Lifemate.
Wow. My guy, how you doing now? My name is Quiz. What's be your name?
My name na Jamilu Mohammed Jamilu.
Your name na Jamilu. Yeah. Okay, so Jamilu, you don't ever see any billboard where they say the thing where you see for that billboard,
Yeah.
You remember and go.
I never like this Ikeja own here. The get one day when I saw it's like where motor is coming like this. They used to show blue light, so people go stop. Then when it show people go sorry. So then when it show red light, everybody stop. Now something I can remember for.
So how many you look this billboard where they see like this? So look and where this one.
Yeah.
You see am?
Yeah,
Look, no, talk anything. Just look and where. No, monitor and where. Look the name. Look the picture. Look the people where they there.
yeah.
Look what's they write on top. You don't look and where.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look. Tell me the name of the two people where you see for that billboard. No look am. Just tell me the name. Okay, even tell me the name of one person where you notice for that billboard.
Peter. I don't know whether na poor. I don't.
Think well.
I can look it again.
You know who be two Baba?
Yes, that is what I try to say about that.
So
Two-Face.
So you just see Two-Face now for that.
Yeah.
Wetin they write on top of that billboard? You know they show again. Just tell me wetin they write there.
Something as that.
You know remember the word wey they write for the billboard?
It's not something I don't remember that one. Can ask me another thing.
Okay, one last try. Look this billboard where. Look at where. No talk anything, no. You don't look and finish. Oh yeah. Wetin you just see there now?
I see you drink, soft drink.
You see drink. Wetin be the name of the drink?
People dey tell me say okay, this is major am for me. Wetin dey tell me like this? Na me I think say na the picture na you dey tell me.
Jamilu. For that billboard na Caprison na they put there.
No, you know.
But you see na two Baba dey there and Ajebo.
Yes, na two Baba and Ajebo.
So now as you don see all those things now, if you see person wey you like wey be say you be fan of that person, if you see the person for inside billboard they do show, you fit because of wetin you see for the billboard buy ticket for the show.
I can do this.
You can do it.
Yes,
I trust you.
I think that the average person would agree with me that the average person can be hilarious. And that's why whenever we have these Vox Pops, it always cracks me up. Not because people, don't know what they're saying, but it's because it's the dynamism of it, like just how different we are as people. And it's always interesting because I think that for those of us who are in a communication space, it's always important to remember just how different the consumer would always be. But in any case, that's that for the Vox Pop, and I would like us to take another dive back in. We're still here with Mr. Felix, who is dropping the gems. He's giving us the inner insights. There has to be a word like that. You know, there's insights, but then there's the one that's like, you know, for the inner circle.
So, you know, there's no gagging out of home. That's the way I'll put it. It's
I like that. I like
it's,
that. I think
it's right in your face. It's 24/7. It's the platform, is the medium to drive. But again, it you know, in building brands, I need to exercise some reservation, so I don't get too excited about out of home and all of that. You know, there are some brands that out of home just clearly leads in building that brand.
True.
Yeah, you know, and if those brands tap into, you know, the virtues of out of home, they could do so much more. And you know, a good place for where out of home had become a major brand building platform is with the alcohol beverages. It's been able to help them, you know, get through the watershed issues that limit them hitherto on platforms like television. You know, so out of home is your never say die.
I think that it's interesting, actually, because I don't think when you say digital, when you say innovation, you talk about like this sort of transformation, anybody really thinks out of home first. And even though we've seen that the out of home space is actually leveraging and deploying a lot of, you know, technology-led advancements, but it's just interesting that, you know, these trends come up, and I feel like maybe the out of home is that, you know, stepchild that they didn't like so much, but went on to become a lot greater. But I think what I really want to ask, anyways, is in light of that, what do you think are your predictions for the coming months? To say what do we think are like the direction in which trends are going? So we're speaking predictively here.
It's very clearly augmented reality, AI are going to be driving stuff. How much we can do here is going to be based on how ready we are, the state of our infrastructure. I can tell you that we haven't done a lot already in the digital out-of-home realm because public electricity, you know, is a challenge.
True.
You know, as a matter of fact, you could say that all the steps that we had hitherto, advanced, you know, there's some kind of recession, because I know how many of the digital out-of-home signages in this market have been converted back to static signs. You understand? But it doesn't change fundamentally what can happen. True. And so I see two things, or three things rather, that would drive things.
Okay.
You know, the more data we get is going to lead us to places where out-of-home platforms will become part of your mobile advertising offering. Augmented reality, you know, is going to become more active with out-of-home, and then certainly artificial intelligence is going to become even more. It's going to become more rampant.
Yeah,
you're going to begin to see it, and that in itself is going to bring out of home and social media closer, because the things that will happen in the out of home space will become matters for leveraging across.
Well, absolutely agree. And I think if one thing is a clear indicator of what you've just said, especially with regards to augmented reality or extended reality, as some people like to call it, it's like what Apple did with the Vision Pro headgear. You know, we've had these headsets, they've had their limitations. We've had players like Samsung back out essentially from that space. But with Apple returning to it, it at least would spark enough interest from competitors, and then you have new players. And with everything technology related, nothing else will happen besides advancement. Things will get cheaper, they'll get smaller, they'll get faster, and they'll get easier to access. So ultimately, I see how we can experience a new world where even the lines between digital and then really being outside is really blur, essentially. And
True.
I think that would change so much. I maybe even more, maybe I'm even thinking too far when I talk about the Vision Pro, thinking about what Facebook is doing with the Ray-Bans and the smart glasses they're trying to create. So I think it's interesting how location marketing can happen based on digital information as provided by the gears that we would have on us per time as we interact with the real world. And that's an interesting thing. And I think on behalf of everyone at OH Academy, we're looking forward to the people who would be audacious enough to push in these new frontiers, drive innovation. That's why we have award categories that that tailor to this specific niche, because we want to, more than anything else, inspire people and hope that we at least spark enough interest for the people who are not just active in industry today, but people who will still come in tomorrow, because that's essentially how industries get built over time. I can't say anything else but thank you so much for stopping by, having this chit chat. We should definitely talk some more off camera, because there's like endless conversations we could have. Maybe we'll even have like a special podcast with you at some point, like take a deep, because I think in the end it's always a game of knowledge and how much we understand.
Very clearly, the out-of-home medium has positioned itself, even in the way it has changed over time. So this was outdoor. So this is out of home right now, as it's predominantly called. And it's becoming the third space medium. Do you understand? And I don't know for sure what it's going to be in another 10 years. It just shows you that this is a medium that's in transition. And every time technology affords it, or the thought around it, changes, it will take on a whole new name. It will also open up its frontier, scope, and scale, so it can only tell you. I'm quite excited about what some young professionals are doing. They're already taking the discussion out of home even to schools, to meet some young people early in life and talk to them about what out of home, because I think so little is known, and we need to get recruits on board so we can get the amount of thought around it that will drive the innovation going into the future.
I'd like us to make it a date. September 27th and 28th, 2024. It will be Loma Awards. And I need you to be there. Until then, see you in the next episode on the road to Loma. Cheers, guys.